Get ready to revisit the bionic legacy of the $6 million man. Let's see where the 1973 cast is now in 2025. In 1973, Lee Majors brought Colonel Steve Austin to life in the $6 million man, playing an astronaut rebuilt with bionic implants after a near-fatal crash. At 34, Majors infused Steve with rugged charm and grit, making those slow-motion bionic scenes iconic. Known from the Big Valley, he became a sci-fi legend. Interesting fact, early in his career, Majors was dubbed a blonde Elvis Presley for his striking resemblance to the music icon. In 2025, at 86, Majors lives in Los Angeles, staying active with fan conventions and voice work, like Thunderbirds Are Go, keeping his bionic legacy strong. In 1973, Richard Anderson played Oliver Spencer in the $6 million man's first TV movie, later becoming iconic as Oscar Goldman, the OSI director. At 47, his authoritative warmth defined the role. Interesting fact, Anderson uniquely played Goldman on both the $6 million man and the Bionic Woman simultaneously. Sadly, Anderson passed away in 2017 at 91 from natural causes. His extensive career spanned over 180 roles, including Forbidden Planet and Paths of Glory. His portrayal of Goldman, with the memorable line, "We can rebuild him," remains a cornerstone of sci-fi TV, cherished by fans for its depth and legacy. In 1975, Martin E. Brooks took on the role of Dr. Rudy Wells in the $6 million man, replacing Martin Balsam. At 49, he brought compassion and intellect to the bionic scientist. Interesting fact, Brooks was one of the first actors to play the same character on two series simultaneously, starring in both the $6 million man and the Bionic Woman. Sadly, Brooks passed away in 2015 at 90 from natural causes. His extensive career included Broadway, TV roles in Dallas and Knots Landing, and 2 novels, cementing his legacy in sci-fi history with his iconic portrayal. In 1975, Lindsy Wagner first appeared as Jamie Summers in The $6 Million Man, introduced as Steve Austin's childhood sweetheart. At 26, her charismatic performance led to the spin-off The Bionic Woman. Interesting fact, Wagner won an Emmy in 1977, the first for a sci-fi series lead. In 2025, at 76, Wagner lives in California, blending acting with advocacy. She's appeared in Grey's Anatomy and voiced video games, while leading Quiet the Mind and Open the Heart workshops promoting holistic healing. Honored with a 2019 Humanitarian Award, she continues inspiring fans with her bionic legacy and social impact. In 1974, Alan Oppenheimer first appeared as Dr. Rudy Wells in The $6 Million Man, taking over from Martin Balsam in the second and third TV movies before Martin E. Brooks assumed the role in the series. At 44, Oppenheimer brought a sharp, scientific edge to the bionic creator. Interesting fact, Oppenheimer is renowned for voicing Skeletor in He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, a role that became a pop culture staple. In 2025, at 95, Oppenheimer lives in California, semi-retired but active in voice work, including recent projects like Toy Story 4. His diverse career spans TV roles in Hogan's Heroes and voiceovers in Fallout, cementing his enduring legacy in entertainment. In 1974, Quinn K. Riker first appeared in The $6 Million Man, playing various roles across the series, including Dr. Charles Leith and Captain Voda. At 38, his versatile performances added depth to the show. Interesting fact, Riker co-wrote the screenplay for The Deer Hunter, earning an Oscar nomination in 1979. Sadly, Riker passed away in 2022 at 86 from natural causes. His extensive career included starring as Alex Marshall on Days of Our Lives for 848 episodes and Rex Sterling on The Young and the Restless, leaving a lasting mark on both primetime and daytime television. In 1977, John Delancey first appeared in The $6 Million Man, playing roles like diver, medic, and Sergeant Chapman across 5 episodes. At 29, his early performances showcased his versatility. Interesting fact, Delancey is best known as Q in Star Trek: The Next Generation, a role inspired by his mischievous Discord in My Little Pony. In 2025, at 77, Delancey remains active in California, reprising Q in Star Trek, Picard, and voicing Discord. He's also a secular activist, speaking at events like CSI-Con and tours with orchestral performances, including Stravinsky's The Soldier's Tale, captivating audiences with his dynamic career. In 1974, Farah Fawcett first appeared in The $6 Million Man, playing roles like Major Kellywood and Victoria Webster across 4 episodes. At 27, her charm and presence shone brightly. Interesting fact, her 1976 red swimsuit poster became the best-selling poster in history, selling over 6 million copies. Sadly, Fawcett passed away in 2009 at 62 from anal cancer. Her iconic role in Charlie's Angels and Emmy-nominated performance in The Burning Bed cemented her legacy. Her documentary, Farah's Story, chronicling her cancer battle, touched millions, and her impact as a 1970s pop culture icon endures. In 1975, Jack Colden first appeared in The $6 Million Man, playing Dr. Charles Leith, Ed Jasper, and Will Collins across 4 episodes. At 41, his nuanced performances added intrigue to the series. Interesting fact, Colden was a celebrated acting teacher, mentoring students at institutions like USC and the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. Sadly, Colden passed away in 2005 at 71 from stroke complications. Best known as Jack McGee in The Incredible Hulk, he appeared in over 100 hours of TV, including Kojak and The Bionic Woman. His stage roles, like Mercutio in Romeo and Juliet, and his teaching legacy continue to inspire. In 1974, Bruce Glover first appeared in The $6 Million Man, playing characters like Captain Voda, Mr. Buckner, Sheriff Burgess, and Victor Belishin across 4 episodes. At 42, his versatile, intense performances added grit to the series. Interesting fact, Glover played the assassin Mr. Wint in the James Bond film Diamonds Are Forever, delivering a chillingly quirky villain. Sadly, Glover passed away in 2025 at 92 from natural causes. His career spanned iconic roles in Chinatown, Walking Tall, and TV shows like The A-Team. Father to actor Crispin Glover, his legacy as a character actor remains unforgettable. In 1975, Lloyd Bachner first appeared in The $6 Million Man, playing Gavin Wilson and Ulrich Rao across 2 episodes. At 51, his commanding presence and smooth delivery elevated the sci-fi drama. Interesting fact, Bachner voiced Mayor Hamilton Hill in Batman, the animated series, becoming a fan favorite in the iconic 1990s show. Sadly, Bachner passed away in 2005 at 81 from cancer. His extensive career included roles in Dynasty, The Twilight Zone, and films like Point Blank. Known for his sophisticated villain roles, Bachner's work across TV, film, and theater left a lasting mark on the entertainment industry. In 1975, Jennifer Darling first appeared in The $6 Million Man as Peggy Callahan, Oscar Goldman's loyal secretary, in the episode Steve Austin, Fugitive. At 29, her warm, professional portrayal made Peggy a recurring favorite. Interesting fact, Darling voiced Aika in the English dub of Tenchi Mayo, adding depth to the anime princess with humor and intensity. In 2025, at 79, Darling lives in California, semi-retired but fondly remembered for her roles in The Bionic Woman and voice work in Monsters Incorporated and Spirited Away. She occasionally attends fan conventions, sharing her vibrant career memories with fans. In 1974, Noah Keane first appeared in The $6 Million Man, playing roles like General Tanhill, Dr. Hendrick, and Wayne Charles across 3 episodes. At 54, his versatile performances added depth to the sci-fi series. Interesting fact, Keane served as a bombardier in the U.S. Army Air Force during World War II, earning a Purple Heart. Sadly, Keane passed away in 2019 at 98 from natural causes. His extensive career included roles in Battle for the Planet of the Apes, Quincy, Emmy, and Gable and Lombard. Known for his authoritative presence, Keane's contributions to television and film remain cherished by fans. In 1976, Stephanie Powers first appeared in The $6 Million Man, playing Shalone, a scientist from a secret underground city, in a 2-part episode. At 34, her poised and dynamic performance captivated audiences. Interesting fact, Powers is best known as Jennifer Hart in Heart to Heart, starring alongside Robert Wagner for 5 seasons. In 2025, at 83, Powers lives in Los Angeles, remaining active and acting with recent roles in TV movies like The Artist's Wife. A dedicated conservationist, she runs the William Holden Wildlife Foundation in Kenya, advocating for wildlife preservation. Her vibrant career and philanthropy continue to inspire fans worldwide. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.